was 13, I had gotten sick with mono. I ultimately ended up in a wheelchair. I had met with a lot of physical therapists and a lot of doctors, and none of them really had any answers for me. I am so grateful to everybody here who gave me the ability to walk again, which is like pretty amazing. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'm really glad that I did it. My name is Allie Curtis. When I was 13, I had gotten sick with mono, and it ended up attaching itself to my nervous system, ended up causing me to lose the ability to eat, and I was having a lot of episodes where I'd like pass out and be disoriented and dizzy. So I spent the next year trying to figure out what was going on, and I was ultimately diagnosed with 2 chronic illnesses, gastroparesis and POTS. I had grown up as a sport athlete, so I was constantly getting these joint issues and skeletal issues, and I ended up in a really long-term hospital stay, and that is where I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. That is a genetic disorder that affects your collagen, so I don't produce enough of it, which makes me extremely hypermobile and causes me to sublux and dislocate my joints easier than the average person. I ultimately ended up in a wheelchair. I had met with a lot of physical therapists and a lot of doctors, and none of them really had any answers for me. They didn't feel that it was in my best interest to work on regaining strength and walking because of all the other issues I had going on. I think our focus was kind of just on keeping me stable. Within the last year, I was able to start regaining weight after not being able to eat for a long time and kind of improve. And so I started thinking of different ways that I might be able to increase my mobility and quality of life. So I met with my primary care physician, and we thought it might just try to get in a pool, try to do some aqua therapy. At least the worst thing that happens is it doesn't work. The best thing is maybe it gets rid of some of your pain because that'll take the pressure off your joints. I'm from Jackson. We don't have a ton of extra stuff, so there's no aquatic center for physical therapy. There's no pediatric departments, and I'm still 17, so even though I look like an adult, I'm technically peds. We did some research, and my doctor thought that this would be a great place, and we called, and you guys had a lot of openings, and everyone seemed really nice, so here we give it a try, and here I am. When I first came in, I met with Aaron. He took me in his office and kind of was trying to see what I could and couldn't do, where I was starting at, and wasn't really doing much. He was very nice about it, very helpful, and definitely didn't make me feel bad. I definitely appreciated the realistic goals that we were setting, so it never felt like it was overwhelming. We've used all sorts of stuff. My favorite, just because of how ridiculous I lived, was probably the sled that I had to try to push around. We've used stairs, we've used the leg press, we did all sorts of stuff, and there's so many different options where I never feel like I'm just coming and doing the same thing every time. It's just always a little bit different, whether it's a different obstacle course or whatever it may be, but it's always something new. I had only done aqua therapy a couple times prior to ever coming here at an old clinic, and so for whatever reason I thought I was just gonna hop in the pool and be able to run a marathon. I don't know. I got in and I stood up and I went right back down. I can't say enough good things about everybody here. It's really it's such a team environment where it doesn't feel you meet with your one physical therapist and someone at the desk says hi to you and they don't really know you. I feel you come in and it's just everyone's working together and is so friendly and everyone always says hi and congratulates you and it's like they're all your greatest cheerleaders. I mean, it's just such a welcoming environment. I've had an amazing experience. I am so grateful to everybody here. It is, gave me the ability to walk again, which is pretty amazing. So, yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. I'm really glad that I did it. My goal was to get my hips fixed. My Ehlers-Danlos syndrome affects my hips the worst. I also have hip dysplasia, so there's just no winning there. So my goal was to meet with a surgeon to see if he would be able to do anything to help correct my hips. And I ended up meeting with one over the summer, and he said that he didn't know if he could do surgery. It depended if I was gonna be able to walk, come back in a year, and we'll see. And I ended up going back in 3 months, walking. And he said that, he felt that surgery, he could do it. He felt he could fix my hips, and I would be able to walk everyone else. I mean, right now I use braces, which isn't that bad, but definitely not the fashion statement I'm trying to make for the rest of my life. So I'm meeting with him again in January, and from there we're hopefully going to get surgery scheduled so that I can retire the braces.